guys, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who don't know me, my name is Alexis. Welcome to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys a couple of makeup kits and a couple of makeup brands that are good for beginners, and also makeup brands that I used when I myself was fairly new to the brush game and the makeup game, when it came to blending and just a whole bunch of other things. I wasn't really familiar with brushes. So if you would like to see what brushes I started off with and what brushes I use now, then stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the very first brushes I actually used, and these brushes were super cheap. I think I got the whole thing for 20 bucks, and I can't remember the website. It was some cheapy site. I used to be into 120 palettes, like 120 palettes, where you get like 120 colors. I thought that was so cool, and I just loved those palettes. I still have my old one to this day. It was by Beauty Someone. So these were on no name brand brushes. So let me show you. They're crappy brushes. Like, I could barely do what I wanted to do, but they served a purpose at one time. Here they are. Sorry about my nails. I'm in the middle of doing them. So here are the crappy brushes. So these brushes had no name, and they also came with this little thing here. I think I got like this as an extra in the brush. I'm not sure. So it came with like a flathead brush, good for powder. I used to use this a lot for powder. I also used to use this for blending, believe it or not. I used to use this for blending in my crease as well, because as you can see, it's angled. My hands are getting ashy. I just washed my beauty blenders. And then we had a bigger one of those, which was slanted as well, and I used to also use this for in the crease work. I also used to use this underneath my eye. Really, I just use these brushes however I want it. Sometimes I would add color with the brush. Like, I'm just trying to remember how I used to use these, because now they seem foreign to me. But I use these for blending and applying eyeshadow. And then these little ones here, I just use for eyeliner, concealer, and lip products. So that's what they look like. Should really have a better website now. I was watching Trisha Paytas, and she was talking about this cool website called something emoji. It will be linked in the description box and floating around on the screen. So she was talking about that, and so I showed my little sister, because my little sister wanted some makeup brushes, and I said, you need to start from the bottom like I did and work your way up. So I had her order some. They look just like Sigma brushes, so I hope that the quality is great. Let me know if you guys want me to do a review on them when she gets them. So the next brushes that I picked up, I loved these brushes. Still use the bigger ones, and I can honestly say me and Eco Tools go back, way back, okay? Eco Tools is when I actually really started getting the look I was looking for, more than I was with the other brushes. This is when I actually started to figure out, oh, blending isn't that hard. Now it was still a little hard to do with the brushes, because you'll see they're so small, but I started to realize what blending really was, and I started to experiment more with my makeup because I had the right tools. So these brushes were definitely like my favorite, for years, and I still go to Walgreens, Walmart, and see what new brushes they have, and I picked up one, and I think I'm gonna go back because they have like a whole new line of brushes, and I'm just obsessed. So these were my first ones. I'm gonna make sure I picked up all of them. Okay, so these puppies were my first Eco Tools, and they came in a little pack. I wanted to try them out, and I thought they were so cute and small. These were super duper duper affordable brushes. You have right here your blending brush, which also has kind of like a point, which is great for getting into that crease and outer edge of your eye, even inner corner of your eye. Then you also have your highlighting brush, which should be called a blending brush, but they call this a highlighting brush. And it's a fluffy brush, and I always use this to go and blend in my crease because I was like, highlight, yes, but blending, yes please. And this brush, I was a fan of these slanted brushes way back. This is a crease brush because I did a lot of harsh looks and I worked with a lot of color. So these kind of slanted brushes really helped me with the makeup looks I was looking for. Just think back to YouTube 2009 and 10 and even 11. The looks were way more dramatic, kind of how I like it. So yeah, I was definitely on YouTube a lot. I used to just watch tutorials that didn't even give direction. I would just sit there and look at the colors they were using and just try to make it look as close to the picture as I could. And later on, when I got better brushes, I started to do my own thing. So this next one is a shade brush. And this is great for applying eyeshadow. This is also great for highlight. This is great for underneath the eye area, brow highlight, right here in the inner corner of your eye for a highlight. There's so many things you can do with this brush and all of the others as well. You can even use this one to go under here and blend because it's so small. And the last one is a smudge brush, which smudging eyeliner was so in when like I was in high school, so I wanted to do it. And this is also, it's really good for smudging, but also great for in that inner corner, brow highlight. Even you can do like a nice thick eyeliner, or you can use it as a lip pencil. You can use this one as a lip pencil too, the shading brush as a lip pencil. Yeah, so these brushes were my favorite. Love Eco Tools, still think they're the best affordable brushes out there, but there's another one, but these were A1. And this is what came in this set. So this time I went big. Well, back then it was big because I had no idea what I was doing with makeup, so I wanted to, you know, just get some more brushes. So I picked up these, and I got a powder brush, this foundation brush, so I'm going to show you. So I use this powder brush for powder everywhere, all of that, and I even used it for blush. I have a blush brush. I do not know where it went. That is what I forgot. But this also came with a blush brush, so I use that as well. And then I used to always use this foundation brush for my foundation. I loved it. It really applied my foundation well. This is when before I knew about flathead kabukis, any of that, so I always use this. And the next one I used, oh, these don't have names on them. This is kind of like a concealer brush. I kind of used it for concealer. It's also great for eyeshadow, blending in the crease, and all of that. It's kind of fluffy. And this one is an actual concealer brush, which was great for my eyebrows. I used this forever and a day until I realized it wasn't giving me the precision I needed, but I still love it. And it would actually make a great eyeshadow brush as well. This next one I used for my eyebrows for years. I loved it. Everyone always complimented me on my eyebrows, and I couldn't live without it because it's kind of like flat right here, so it's great for powder. It was just amazing. I used this for years and years and freaking years. Love this brush. The next one is a concealer brush as well, but this one is kind of messed up. It's kind of flat now, but yeah, this was also a concealer brush I used a lot. And these two I use for eyeliner. The other one is a lip kind of pencil. And I also used this one for my eyebrows too, but I didn't like it as much, but I liked it for gel, but I switched because, I don't know, I found a better one. But I also used it for gel liner. And this one I use for lip. Yeah. So that was that. And then I went to the store not too long ago and I saw that they had some new ones. So I picked up this mattifying finish Eco Tools brush and I love it. It is like a thick fan brush and it is just, it really gets in there when you contour and whatnot. It's a really great brush. Like, I really love it to dust away things. I haven't been reaching for it as much because I have a lot of brushes. Well, I have enough brushes. So yeah, I haven't been reaching for it as much, but I really do love the way it feels. And it's so soft. It really does apply product beautifully. Here's my whole little collection and I will never get rid of these ever. So the next one that I actually got, this brush I bought when I first bought my first like Urban Decay thing, I think it was. It was their Optimal, what is it, Illusion brush. All of this stuff is off of the brush now, but here it is. This brush was not very affordable, but this was the brush that I bought for foundation. It worked really well, like really well. I loved it until I used it with my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation and it was ruined ever since. It just has never been the same. So I don't use this brush anymore and it sheds a ton. It's by Urban Decay. It just sheds too much. I don't like it at all. The next brush set, this was my first high-end brush set. I actually was super excited to get it because I didn't think I would ever spend $100 and something on brushes ever in my life. But as my passion for makeup grew, so did my budget. So I finally said, what the hell, I want to learn how to blend better. So I went ahead and purchased Sigma brushes. I got the bunny set. All links and stuff will be in the description box. But this is not how many came in here. I actually have a few added in, but this is like what it looks like, and it comes with like these two cups right here. And I just love Sigma brushes. They are some of the softest brushes ever, and I never have a problem with blending my eyeshadow out. I just love these brushes. So I'm gonna go one by one. And this is the large powder brush in F30. This is the one you will be getting in the package. And as you can see, I use it. I clean my brushes a lot now. Now I'll show you guys like what I use to clean them now because I actually wash my brushes once a week now because it's so easy. So that is the F30. I also have an affiliate link with Sigma. They have sent me some brushes because of it. It doesn't take any money from you and it doesn't charge you any money, but if you guys want to use it, you can get a percentage off of your order. So yeah, you also get this large angled contour brush, which is the F40. I love this brush for my contour. I love it for my blush. It's just a really great brush. I really like it. I love it for wiping away powder. It's just a really good brush. You also get a foundation brush, the F60. This is a really good brush as well. It really does make foundation go on like a breeze. And another thing you get is the Duo Fiber F50 brush. This brush has been my love for years. I absolutely love it. You can use a duo fiber brush for absolutely anything. Foundation, powder, you can even use it to blend out concealer. I've done it. And it's just so easy because you can like squeeze it and get in there and in between those eyebrows. This brush is life, and even like to just keep it clean and just wipe off the excess makeup you might have built up on your face. I love it. Like, you know, when you put too much powder, you really need to blend. This brush blends it out like nobody's business, and I just love it. It's so soft. This brush is just my world. So this video is actually split up into 3 parts. I had to split it up. It was way too long. It was over 40 minutes. So the link to the other part is in the description box, and the third part will be in the description box of that video as well. So thank you, penguins, so much for watching, and I'll see you in the other video. I myself was fairly new to the brush game and the makeup game when it came to blending and just a whole bunch of other things. I wasn't really familiar with brushes. So if you would like to see what brushes I started off with and what brushes I use now, then stay tuned. So let me show you. They're crappy brushes. Like, I could barely do what I wanted to do, but they served a purpose at one time. Here they are. Sorry about my nails. I'm in the middle of doing them. So here are the crappy brushes. Hey penguins, welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Alexis. Welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a couple of makeup kits and a couple of makeup brands that are good for beginners, and also makeup brands that I use when Okay, so I'm going to start off with the very first brushes I actually used, and these brushes were super cheap. I think I got the whole thing for 20 bucks, and I can't remember the website. It was some cheapy site. I used to be into 120 palettes, like 120 palettes, where you get like 120 colors. I thought that was so cool, and I just loved those palettes. I still have my old one to this day. It was by Beauty Someone. So these were on no name brand brushes.